What's up guys, your boy LitBoiQua, and today we're going to be talking about Fortnite Season 6 and how it just doesn't feel the same anymore. I've been playing Fortnite since the OG days, back when a purple cube known as Kevin the Cube rolled across the map and everyone was hype about the mystery behind it. But now, Season 6 just feels off. So in this video, we're going to be diving deep into what changed, the bugs and the glitches, messing up the game, and the new red cube known as the Havoc Stone, and a possibly new storyline that could explain why everything is going on and why everything has changed. Anyway, let's get right into it. First off, let's talk about the feeling. OG Season 6 had that spooky mystery energy, the floating island, Halloween vibes, Kevin's ruins, the dark atmosphere. It all fit together perfectly. Every match felt like something was building up. But this new Season 6, it feels more like chaos than mystery. The colors are darker, sure, but not in a good way. The map changes does not feel exciting. They feel forced. There's just something missing. That sense of discovery that made OG Fortnite special. Back then, we didn't know what would happen next. Everyone was making theories. Now it feels like Epic Game is just throwing in some random things to see what sticks. Now, let's talk about something that's really been killing the vibe. The bugs and glitches. Bro, this season might be one of the buggiest seasons we ever had. You got weapons not reloading properly, builds not placing when you click, invisible players glitching through walls, and some weird movement lags that just makes fights feel off. And don't even get me started on the Havoc glitch, where your screen turns red and everything lags out after touching the cube fragments. Like, how are we still dealing with issues like this in 2025? It's not even just about being competitive, it's just the fact that it breaks immersion. You can't even enjoy exploring new areas when the game keeps bugging out. Back in OG Fortnite, sure, there were a few glitches, but they were funny. Nowadays, it's frustrating. Alright, now let's talk about the biggest change that has everyone talking. The purple cube being replaced by a red cube called the Havoc Stone. And at first, I thought it was just a different color variant, but no, it's completely changed with different features. Now, you get the nitro effect that allows you to sprint for a good amount of time without losing the momentum. It also allows you to run into your opponent's builds, doing damage to them. It also does damage to structures as well. As for the old cube effect, you were able to turn into a ghost for a good amount of time, which would be more appropriate for this season since this is a Halloween season. And having the red cube give you the nitro effect does not make any sense whatsoever. Which has me thinking, could this possibly be a new storyline behind all of this? We know the OG cube Kevin was tied to the 0 point in a corruption event that shaped the Fortnite universe. But this Havoc Stone seems like the opposite. It's not from the 0 point, it's from somewhere else. Maybe even a different dimension. Some players has been finding audio logs hidden around the map that mentions a Crimson Rift. And if that's true, it might mean that this new red cube didn't just appear, it was summoned. Epic might be setting up a storyline where this red energy starts spreading across the island, fighting against the last remaining fragments of Kevin's energy. It could even tie into a dark multiverse or alternate timeline where the island collapses again. Imagine if the final event of this season ends with the Havoc Stone and the old cube colliding, red versus purple, and it resets reality again. That would actually be crazy. But here's the thing, even with all these ideas and storyline, Fortnite just doesn't hit the same anyways. Let her know Epic Games need to focus on bringing back the old school magic, Not just the nostalgic, but the heart of Fortnite, the surprises, the mysteries, and the community excitement. But they need to fix the bugs and polish the gameplay and stop making everything feel like a copy and paste version of what used to be good. The Havoc Stone storyline has potential, but if they don't clean up the gameplay first, people won't even care enough to find out what happens next. But what I'm about to say right now, I know a lot of people probably talked about it, but it needs to be done. OG movement need to be back in the game. Not only that, OG animations. But let's talk about the movement right quick. They should make a setting. Okay, okay, there might be people that like the new movement better. So what they can do is make a setting and have it where you can switch to OG movement, like it has a name, OG movement, or you can switch to modern movement, which would be the modern Fortnite movement. And to me, that's a win-win for the people that want the OG movement or who wants to keep this new modern movement that a lot of people dislike. With the OG movement, you know, you have everything OG, which means no mentaling, no sliding, no all that other sprinting or all that other crap. But lastly, I want to talk about the shield animation, as I feel that it was faster. I felt like you drunk the minis and big shields way faster, or small shields or big shields. I'm just going on what people used to say back then, as they used to call it small shields and big shields. So yeah, I felt like those animations were faster than these new animations, or at least they need to give us the old animations until we get to season 8. And season 8 is when we actually got the animations and the crack sound when your shield breaks. So if they was gonna bring out OG season or all this OG Fortnite in general, they should have just brought everything back, OG graphics, OG everything. But now I don't think this season even is OG Fortnite, like the actual thing. I think this is just a remake, literally, or a new storyline. But that's literally my opinion on everything. But yeah, anyways, that's my thought on why Fortnite Season 6 doesn't feel the same as OG Season 6. What do you guys think? Is it the new red cube storyline that's gonna save the game, or is Fortnite just far too gone from its roots? Let me know in the comments. Make sure y'all drop a like if you agree with me, and hit that subscribe button if you miss OG Fortnite. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, but I'm gonna let y'all enjoy this gameplay. Now, I'm not the best Fortnite player. I just started back playing, so my gameplay not gonna be all of that, but I clutched this game up. But make sure y'all just watch to the end.